Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to Polybridge, and welcome to, This is not what I remember the level I was on being, to be honest. So that's a little bit odd. So we've got here two monster trucks looking at each other, who I'm guessing we're going to have to jump, which means... But the thing is that they're facing in opposite directions. So this is going to be interesting. So a big patch, which I think changed the level that I was on, and in addition, also has changed the control scheme. So if you see me screwing up what the controls are quite a bit, it's because the controls have changed. Now I could change the controls back to what they were before, but I don't like ever changing the controls in games if I can help it. Oops. See, that for example, that is no longer that, so we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do there. Okay, so we got two monster trucks. We got to jump them across this chasm, and that's about it. The problem is that they're going to smash into each other like 9 out of 10 times that I try this. So I just need to sort of figure out what angles we're going for here. And how heavy these monster trucks happen to be. Oops. I'm going to have to just delete that. Alright. So I think I can get some steel. Oh, damn it. To support these wooden bits. I think I'm starting to get used to the controls already. Just a little bit. And that should be fine. Alright. Really? One of the other changes is that you can now stop the hydraulics from moving, so it controls sort of how far they go, which is something that really I feel is going to be helpful. Alright, let's just give this a check. No, that still does break, so yeah. Okay, well, I mean, we could potentially delete these bits here and do this. Oops. Man, that's gonna slip me up a lot until I get used to it. Rather, let's make sure that I can reach up there. There we go. Okay, we're gonna have to probably do 2 bits here. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. More triangles anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's give that a check. Yeah, that is rock solid. But monster trucks are too heavy. So that even breaks this, and this is actually quite a sturdy looking structure to my eyes here. Okay. Well, yeah, I think we want to do this by setting up one side and then going over to the other and then sort of mirroring it. So what I'll probably want to do is, first off, adjust this side. And I also can sort of figure out if I'm below 20,000 on this side. So where is it causing it to break. It is where it actually hits the ramp part that seems to be breaking. So make that a bit more shallow there. All right. Okay, well, I guess what has to happen is I need more support structure over off to the right there somehow. Not sure how I can do that, though, and stay under budget. I don't think this is the right solution here. And that will put me over budget once I do the other side. Okay, so the thing is that once it does hit that ramp, it's hitting it with enough force that the whole thing is getting sort of demolished on everywhere. But let's give this a second sort of pass here. And let's sort of have this gently sort of go down and then up a little bit so that I can potentially what I kind of want to do is have this low enough that I can get the steel struts connected directly to this wooden struts. And that should make it so that I can add a little bit more steel structure without going over budget. Damn it. I think there's a little indicator as to where you can connect to, but it doesn't seem very reliable. Like, it seems like it sort of lights up, but I'm not sure. Because it seems to light up when you're in range, but not reliably. I'm not actually sure what that means. Alright. Damn it. Okay. But all possible. Right, well, let's try it sort of going from the opposite direction, I guess. And just go ahead and do that. Okay, so if I were to take that, bring that up there, bring that up there, how far would I have to go before I could hit that road? Alright, well, actually, see if I can. Nope. But I won't be able to reach that one. How low does this have to get? And do I actually even have to reach that way? Okay, so it has to be all the way down there. Let's make sure that that connects there, and that connects there. And this will bring over just as a guideline to see approximately how far we could go here. Yeah, okay. what I normally would want is some sort of cable that can attach to something anchored back there, but this definitely does not allow for that since I don't have any cable even. There we go. Okay, so this is a slightly cheaper way to do the same structure, which means that I can add more structural support of some sort, I think. Alright, let's give it a try. There we go. Alright, so this probably will not hold. Yeah. Okay, so here's where I have to figure out what I'm going to do structurally to make this a little bit stronger. What would help is if I could get more steel structure over out to this side over here, especially to this thing. I feel like this sort of thing helps, but the fact that it's in two pieces makes me a little bit nervous. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I like that. Puts us a little bit over budget as well, but let's give it a check. Okay. Well, that does actually support it well enough to get it across. Let's try deleting a tiny bit of structure there and see if we still hold up. Nope, that knocks it over. Okay, so do still need this bit of structure. Okay, we want to keep this under 20,000 approximately, so we're going to just lower this all a little bit here. Alright, that's still a little bit over. But this area is a bit shorter here, so we'll just see if this gets across. There's a little bit of broken stuff, but that is fine. Okay, yeah, this side over here seems to be a bit shorter, so let's give it a shot and see what happens. We can sort of try repeating the general structure and general idea over here, and hope for the best. And then we just have to adjust the angles, which could, of course, also cause all sorts of catastrophic and hilarious failure. Okay, good. Like that. And let's get a bit of steel in there. Uh-oh. That's how it's going to be, huh? Alright, let's do the same thing we did last time. Start with steel beams. There we go. Okay. Now, need it to dip down at least to there-ish. Is that road? Really? Okay, let's make sure that that can connect up to there. Not quite, so we'll have to lower this just a little bit. Okay. That maybe. I think I figured out approximately how that little indicator works, but still not the clearest when you're trying to do multiple angles at a time. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And now we gotta get this thing ramping upward. Because, yeah, it's a double jump. Stunts like this are ridiculous. Never ever try this at home, kids. Unless you happen to really be a fan of Super Dave Osborne and don't mind the horrible things that happens to him. Alright. I missed that show. That was a good show. Anyway. Alright, so we still got 12,000. Probably going to need it for overhead stuff, but let's go ahead and get ourselves this structure as well here. And I kind of want to see how well it can hold up without the upper stuff, but I happen to know that it probably won't work out very well. All right. Huh. Right. Well, this, I'm not sure why this one shattered so spectacularly. Looks like this one needs to get up a bit higher, and the other one is fine. So, it's probably because we've got too extreme a ramp up here. Alright, well, we've actually got more money than I thought we were going to, so let's try dealing with this by not worrying too much about just minimizing that sort of steel, and let ourselves go a little bit on how much steel we're going to be using here. Alright, so we got a slightly shallower thing here, and it lets us, we want to try and go a little bit higher. Alright, so something like that maybe. That might work. And since we're not worrying too much about how much steel we're using, we can do this. Okay. Well, this is going to be annoying. Not sure how to deal with this particular piece here. Let's, I guess, get some support like this. Let's go like that, and connect it that way, I think. Okay. This just has to connect to something. If that would be great. Okay. Looks good. Doesn't mean it is good, but it looks good. All right. All right, how are we doing for budget? Still under. If we needed to add a little bit more reinforcement, we could. I would love to get a little bit more steel in this construction, but I'm not sure where I would put it right now. Let's give this a shot, though. Okay, that just causes them to collide head on. Which one do I want to be going a little bit higher? It seems like getting this one to go a bit higher would be a little bit easier. But at this point, this one is actually sturdier. Okay, close. Well, let's actually try matching something on this side. Okay, so we'll delete that bit. Okay, actually, let's just wipe this whole thing out and see if we can do the whole thing like that and stay under budget. I don't think we can, but I think I'm somehow saving a lot of money doing that with the steel that way. Okay. It's probably just because that's a much sturdier structure, I'm guessing. Not 100% sure. There we go. Come on. There we go. And then just the stuff over top is a lot easier because it's not at the bad angle, it's at the good angle for this. It is always easy when it sort of curves inwards, but unfortunately whenever one side curves inwards, the other side curves outwards. So you've always got one side that's a little bit nonsense to hook up, and then one side that's nice and easy. Okay, let's give this a shot. That looks pretty sturdy. Okay, we just need to adjust. Ooh, that was actually kind of cool. Okay, so we need to adjust this one up even a little bit further. Oops. Oh, okay. Well, it broke, but let's hit next anyway, and I just want to check to see if that's still green, because there's differences between different types of clears. Yep, that's still a clear green, so that's fine. A cross jump. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, so this one up here needs to jump to get to here, and this one needs to jump to just get to here. Interesting. So B needs to go on a fairly high jump. This one needs to go on a relatively low jump. And I need to make sure they don't smash into each other. So I kind of... Do they go across at the same time? They must, because it's called a cross jump. Because why would they call it a cross jump if they're not going to get them to do that sort of nonsense? Okay, so this camper van needs to go on a fairly high jump here. But fortunately, I've got an anchor point for that. So that makes this a lot easier. Alright, and looks like we're on a relatively lower budget for this one. So, do have to watch out for that. Yep, just 1 second there. Okay, and we're back. So, yeah, I just needed to get a glass of water. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue along with this. It is for those of you who don't know what it's like up here. It's really hot right now. And, yeah, I feel like I'm dying. Because I am one of those like stereotypical Canadians that like lives in an igloo basically and cannot tolerate high temperatures, by which I mean anything above 15 degrees Celsius. Anything above 15 degrees Celsius is a little bit silly to me. I don't think you need that much heat. There are a lot of people who disagree, by which I mean the vast majority of the human population. They're not stereotypical Canadians or Siberians or something like that, but other than that, you know. Alright, so let's first off just check how well this one holds up. And obviously this other guy's just going to plummet into the water over there. Okay, that does not hold up quite. We need a little bit more strength on this. I'm wondering if we can use a cable here to fix that. Or if we're going to need to add structural support that's sort of more like sturdy. Okay, no, it's just rammed right into that and just died. So, I mean, we could potentially do that or something like that. But I think that we are going to try and avoid doing that for now. We probably don't want... Alright. Making it a little bit more smooth, I think. Want to make this transition from non-angled to angled a little bit smoother. I think that would help. Just smashes right into it. Okay. We're probably going to have to use some steel on here somewhere, but I'm not really sure where I want to put it. I mean, I can put like steel reinforcements here. And that might do something, theoretically, maybe. Nope. The thing is that like this sort of bonks into the side here sometimes, so you can sometimes get away with using the steel reinforcements for that purpose. But whatever. Right, so I mean, maybe if I just add in more of these reinforcements until it works. No, that makes it worse somehow. Okay. I don't know how heavy these trucks are compared to other things that have been going along here, but they seem to be quite a bit heavier. Alright, let's try that. Nope, that just falls over, so it's too heavy. Actually, I'm wondering, how much road do I even have here? Unlimited? I could do crazy shit this way. Alright, let's first off, though, try deleting this little bit of road over there. I mean, maybe we can get away with having a bit less road, and that would make it so that our car can make this jump here, since when it's lighter, less of a load for the rest of it. So let's see how far this jumps. Wow, that thing's so fat. Okay, so apparently this minivan over here is the heaviest thing in existence. It is made out of literally... I don't even remember what the heaviest element on Earth is. It's like some sort of ridiculous thing that has too many isotopes because it's made out of something that doesn't exist in nature and can only be made in like a hadron collider or something like that. That's probably the most heavy thing in existence, and I don't know what that is. Alright. Well, whatever. Let's just deal with it. I mean, maybe we've got enough money that I could just... Because we've got 32,000 and we're only making 2 little ramps here. I mean, maybe I can just outright do the whole thing like this. I mean, these are ugly as sin, and I've done a terrible job at actually making them straight, but I mean, it's still what we need it to be. We'll do the under ones out of wood still, which is probably contrary to what makes sense, but I mean, I don't know if I want that much weight underneath it. Alright, so let's get you over there, get you over there, and yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so there. Right, let's check that. It's a lot of weight, and you can see the stress from that weight there, but okay, so again, I mean, I can do also something like this. No, it's just explodes. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. I can already tell. It's also definitely not enough slope. So how reinforced does this stupid thing have to be before this Winnebago or whatever can actually make it up this ramp without exploding it on impact? Because apparently when it's going at that sort of speed, it just explodes. Alright, so let's do all metal reinforcement this time. And I also noticed that the slope that was on was way too wimpy, so I'm going to go ahead and do a much bigger one. Alright, this is all very heavy, I'm assuming. It's a lot of steel. Okay, that just about does it, actually. Doop. Okay, so that works. So, we've gotten this one finished. Now we need to get this one to go up and over it, not land on that platform, and we're golden. Fortunately, this thing, I think, is a little bit lighter. So we can do something like this and have it go up so high that it arcs down like this and doesn't end up on the platform, maybe. Or it's just going to go, like, ridiculously far. One of the two. I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out together, guys. Alright. For some reason, I've noticed my music has gone off. And also, we're ridiculously over budget now. You know what? This car is lighter. I think we could probably get by with lighter materials here. And also, I suspect that we could probably shorten these quite a bit. That might even help, because it's going to reduce the weight of it. And it shouldn't decrease the load-bearing capabilities of it so much. If necessary, I could even remove one of these and just sort of angle it up a tiny bit more, because I feel like we're a little bit overboard on how much we've got there. But let's just use wooden struts for this side, because this is a much lighter vehicle. And that should be good, I hope. Alright. Come on. Alright, let's do it here. It's always going to be that one spot where you have to do that. Okay, so we're over budget, so we'll have to find a way to reduce that a little bit. And especially because we're going to need to do this. Okay, let's give this a check first. See how well this holds up. Okay, those just crash into each other, but this is actually enough this is durable enough. We're going to try erasing this, I think. That decreases that, so that is good. There we go. Brilliant. All right, I just want to double check. I always want to make sure I did these green, so yeah, I did. All right, so a fork jump. What the hell's a fork jump? Oh, God. Whoever invented this, you're evil. You're an evil, bad person, and I hope that you get your just desserts for putting this in this game. Oh, man. Okay, so I have to jump one car down there, which we'll just figure out how to aim that first, and then we'll do the other part. So that should be actually getting us to B, I suspect. Okay, so I just want to figure out the angle first. Okay, so I think that'll get us to A. I think that is suitable enough. And we're just going to go ahead and do the struts here. We're not going to worry just yet about doing this. Actually, no, this might be easy. This might actually be an easy one. Right, so what do we have? We've got wood, basically it. Do we have any cable, maybe? I don't think that quite needs to... There we go. And we'll do this here. There we go. Okay, so we'll just give this a check first. I just want to see if this reaches the right spot and if it's structurally stable. We'll also throw in a cable over to here just so that it's... No. Okay, so that's too much tension on that cable point there. How do we want to do this? Okay, let's just check. It will just fall over, right? Yeah, I thought so. Cable to here, maybe? And a second cable over to here. So that's too much money already. Did we have unlimited road? I think we... Well, no. Do we even need this much road? I don't think we do. Because it's just complicating things, it feels like. Okay, how do I want to deal with the fact that this... Do I want to try that? I don't think it works with wood. Okay, well, let's try cable to here and cable to there. Our budget is quite small for this one, too. Okay. So that barely holds it together. I feel like we could probably get rid of this. Okay, one of the ways that you can actually get this game to bend these is to put this in between here. And these hydraulics will actually... Ah, geez. Okay, so we only get one. I think putting it right in the middle, actually... where would I want to put this thing? We've only got one. Okay. Well, we'll try out a couple spots, but I think right in the middle is probably where we want to put it. So what's going to happen is this is going to contract, and it's going to bend these inwards. And hopefully we'll get some stuff going on there. Now, I can't actually fully support this whole thing in the same way that we normally would. So we're going to have to do something like this and see how well that holds up. Now, of course, we also want to add in cable here. So this could potentially work. I don't think it will, though. Let's see here. That's not strong or sturdy enough there, but let's add another cable and see how it's... No, okay. So the thing is, this structure is not strong enough. One of the other things we could try doing... Okay, so we're just going to do 4 again. One of the things is that we can try doing a full-on strut structure here. Okay. And I think you can pivot on this. I think you can. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this should be sturdy enough to hold up in a court of law, because that's what really matters here when I'm being persecuted for building a bridge that kills millions. Shoot. Right. New controls are messing me up just a little bit, and my sound seems to have disappeared. I did not notice. I think I probably actually mentioned it and just forgot that I mentioned it and completely forgot that happened. Fantastic. But in any event, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, I think what we can do is I think we can have a piston like that hooked to a cable that connects to there, and I think that what's going to happen is this will actually pull the whole structure upwards. I think that is what that will do. We need some more cables here, though, to secure this. Alright, how much over are we? Not too much, so... Right. Well, let's give this a shot first before we go fiddling with that. See if it'll even hold. No, it doesn't. It gets destroyed after the first car. I wonder if we can make it over with just 3 segments of road. Okay. So, let's do that, and let's do this. Nope, that destroys it, and just barely doesn't make it across. Okay, one of the things that we could do, though, is reinforce this a little bit better. And we can also increase the angle that we're sending this up through. Okay, let's actually just destroy this and see if we can make... Let's try and make it a 3-road section here. Okay, and... A little bit worried that this isn't going to be enough height to get to the second one, though. Right, there we go. And let's get a cable. From there to there, we'll try. And from there to there, we'll try. Okay, I mean, we could even add in a little bit more cable like there, maybe? I don't know what that would do, but let's add it. Nope, that's still destroyed, and, well, if it wasn't destroyed, that might have been enough height, but let's get rid of that. Let's add in another one to there. Yeah, there's a lot of tension pulling it towards the shore if I've got a setup like this. Let's try adding in this again, and we'll just see how that runs. It's this, yeah, that helped. That helps quite a bit, it looks like. Going over budget on this one seems ludicrously just too easy. I think there's just too much pressure pulling back towards the shore there. So I don't think that that is helping necessarily. We'll add that to there, but that is all we're going to do for that. We'll add the hydraulic, and we'll add the hydraulic pulling that one. I think that might change the way that that weight is being held. Okay, just barely not across. Okay, let's raise that there. Okay, let's give that a shot. Just a little bit taller. Nope, not quite. I don't think it is going to be possible for us to get it across with just this much road. I think we actually do need another segment of road here, which is going to be real awkward. Let's see if that'll make it. Because I don't think that this is going to provide enough height to get to the second one, is the thing. So we can get to there, and then that snaps. Okay, fantastic. So clearly that is not how you're supposed to be doing that. Let's go with 4 road segments. Or, you know what, let's go with the 5. Let's go with the 5 and see if we can find a way to make that work. Okay. I just want to see if I can at least get a road that is sort of freestanding, even standing here, without falling over from its own weight, because that is sort of the big deal here that's happening, is that this structure does not do well with its own weight. There we go. There we go. Okay, right, damn it. Okay. Or actually, I should move this one. There we go. Okay, and we'll add a little bit of grabbing there and a little bit of grabbing there. We'll just see if we can make this stay standing here. Okay, so maybe the trick is reinforcing this bottom structure here rather than adding more cable. So let's delete this cable. And let's add a little bit of structural integrity to this. We'll have to delete that. Okay. Okay, so that's just there to be, you know, more durable once this thing hits. So that cracked a little bit, and that went over. Fantastic. Let's... okay, so this has to be a tiny bit lower. Let's just see if this sort of works. Okay, so we'll stop the simulation there. I think we can get away with... You know what? I think we might be able to get away with something like this. Nope, that causes the whole thing. Oh, right, because this needs to be able to bend here. I don't actually know where that's going to bend, so I don't think I can actually do it that way. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so here's sort of the way that I'm thinking about this. If I get this actually pointed quite low, quite a bit lower, I'm going to have to redo the whole damn thing again. Okay, so I'm going to have this initially aimed so that it's like this kind of. Maybe a little bit lower here. And what's going to happen is it's going to ramp off here and ignore this bit. And then I use the ramp part, like I have the ramp part basically fold up so that it suddenly shows up once the hydraulics go off. And then the second one can ramp off that one, and it's basically got an entire extra piece of road. And I think that might be the solution to this. It's probably very obvious to all of you pro bridge builders out there, but to me, it is not yet that obvious that this is going to work. Okay, so we've got our extra extendable piece of bridge, basically, that'll sort of pop up on command. Now we just have to make this whole thing actually stand up, which is where probably all our money is going to go. The hinge on this thing, I think, is actually okay, so we probably don't need extra right now. All right, let's just go like that. There we go. And then we have to do all this nonsense down here, so. All right. So as strong as that's probably going to be without us doing too much more, let's add a little bit of cable here. We'll add that to there, I think. Ah, shoot, we're over budget. Okay, let's see if this, all right, it's on target. That's a little bit too far on the pull, I think. Okay, we need to stop simulation there. Okay, we need to somehow, like this, contract to 50%, 55%. Okay, so this is now adjustable somewhat, so let's try that. We're still over budget, so we'll have to figure out a way to cut a little bit of cost here. Just not quite enough. Okay, so we'll adjust this a tiny bit. We'll contract to 60%, 68% we'll try. Let's hope for it. Okay, so this is still fine. Perfect. Okay, so we need to play this again though, because we need to find somewhere to reduce the cost by just a tiny little bit. I'm hoping that erasing that... Oh, that doesn't actually put us under. Shoot. Okay, let's reduce the size of this just a little bit here. Okay, that should be okay-ish. And I feel like we could try to add a little bit... I mean, I wonder if we could just add a cable to down there. That probably wouldn't actually help at all. Okay, I mean, the thing is, I could actually increase the strength of it, I think, by pulling it up like that. No, that does put me over. Damn it. Okay, let's see how this does. Might be strong enough. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Okay, we're just under budget, like by the barest of margins. Boom. Fantastic. That is amazing. Oh my god, what is this? 2 lorries. Look at that. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, God. Okay, I think this is supposed to be a shipping... Or, sorry, I shouldn't actually need the hydraulics because I think we've got enough road to go over. Maybe not, but anyway, that's going to be our episode for today. I hope you found it enjoyable. And, of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.